Hello folks, and welcome back to the channel. This is the fourth video in my Build a Follower series. So you guys know, just a reminder, if you enjoy the content and you find it helpful, please consider supporting the channel by looking in the description. You'll find links where you can support the channel. Okay, let's get started. Alright, last episode we created our character in Racemenu, and we named her Thana. So we're going to go back and we're going to gather the assets we need, but first we have to do a little renaming. The new follower folder that we had made that has the meshes and textures, we are going to rename that to the name of our character. In this case, it's Thana. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to open the folder. I'm going to go to Data, Meshes, and I'm going to rename the folder new follower to Thana, both in the meshes and the textures. That way I know what I'm looking at when I put it into the Skyrim data folder. Okay, so we're going to go to the meshes and we're going to go to start with the body. We're going to open the body up. We're going to put that folder right there. Now I'm going to use CBBE, which I have it open here in this folder. It's in my mod organizer 2. I'm not going to need the first person meshes for it because it's the first person meshes and we're not going to use those. So I'm going to want the female body 0 and 01, not the Astrid, because that's the one that's the burned up body. I'm going to want the female feet and the female hands, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy those. And I'm going to paste those in right there. Now, I'm going to need a few vanilla assets. So if you don't have the Skyrim BSAs unzipped and made into a resources folder, go ahead and do that. You use Bethesda Archive Extractor. I will put a link in the description for Bethesda Archive Extractor. Or you can just pull them out of the archive yourself and just not worry about making a resources folder. But I have a resources folder, so I'm going to go into my resources folder. I'm going to go to Meshes, Actors, Character Assets. And from the character assets, I'm going to go down here, and the first thing I'm going to want is the eyes female. So I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to go to the eyes folder in my meshes and Thana's folder, and I'm going to stick that right in there. I'm going to make a new folder in here. I'm going to call this one Browse, because we're going to go back to character here in my resources folder. I'm going to go to the character. Oh, that's not what I need. We're going to go back here. We're going to click in face parts, and we're going to go down and we're going to find the female browse mesh. So we're going to copy that, and we are going to paste that in the little browse folder that I made right here. So go back to your body. And we are going to need character assets. We are going to need the female head right here. This mesh, we're going to copy that. We're going to paste that into our folder right there. So now we have the body, the feet, the hands, the head. We've got the eyes and the brows. Now we're going to want the hair meshes. Now I didn't cover this in the Racemenu folder or the Racemenu video because, you know, I forgot, which I added in. I added in on the screen as a text, but I took. I don't need this one. This isn't the one I need. I need this one. I went back into game and I took a picture of this. If you need to go back in game and take a picture of something you forgot to take a picture of, like I did with the hair, you can see right here it tells you which hair it is. You can just type show race menu, all one word, in the console wherever your character's at, and it'll go right to the race menu. Plus, if you need to, you can make changes at this time, whatever. So I need chaos hairdos, so I will go back to, I don't need that anymore. I will go to my mod organizer folder. I will go to my mods, and I want chaos hairdos, which is right here. And I'm going to need the meshes. And what kind was that? What one was that? That was Sky 248. So we are going to look through here. It's all the way down here at the bottom, obviously, because it's, there we go. Sky 248. There it is right there, Sky 248. Now, for this, you're going to want there's two meshes you're going to want. You're going to want the Sky Hair and the Sky Hairline. It's usually, it says HL or hairline after it if it's like a patchy or something, but for Chaos Hairdos, it's HL. It's HL, it's a little L, but it looks like an I. You know, go figure. So we're going to paste that in there. So now we got our hair. And we're not going to worry about the weapons and armor at this point. We're going to do our textures. And since we're already here, we'll grab the hair textures from this, from Chaos Hairdos. And this is Sky 248. Convenient numbering. 248 right there. You need two textures right here. Copy those. We're going to drop those in our folder. Now we're going to go back to the textures folder here, and we want the body textures. Now you can use any body textures that you want from the mods that you want if you have permission. The mods like Demoniac and whatnot, those are what's called cathedral mods. You can use those without asking permission, as long as you credit the author. Don't forget to credit the author. So we're going to go into the Demoniac texture. I like this skin texture. And character, that's 10 masks. We don't need that. Female. So I'm going to want the female body. All the female body textures, there's 4 of them. The female hands, there's 4 of them. I'm going to want the female head, which there's 4. And that's all we're going to need for that. We're going to copy that. And we're going to paste that into our textures folder right there. Okay, that's all of that we need. Now we need our eye textures. And I used, I believe it was True Eyes. Yeah, let me check here. True Eyes, Human Green Lucid. So we are going to want to go to True Eyes. And we're going to go to this. And we're going to go to Actors, Character, Eyes. And we want Eyes. Ooh, let's see. Green Original, green. We want the Green Lucid. Let's see. Green Fusion, Green Lucid. We're going to want that right there. So we're going to copy that texture. And we're going to go back to our Thena folder. We're going to go to Eyes. And we're going to paste that right there. Now, you're going to want to grab a few other textures here. There is, you want the eyebrow and the eyebrow underscore N. So we're going to copy those. We're going to paste those in right there. And we're going to want the eye cube map, which I believe that is in Character, Eyes. Textures. Oh, that's in Effects. We're going to want the eye reflection, which I don't know if that's actually what I need, but I'm going to grab it anyway. And if you don't know, can't find what you're looking for, just type in iCube and it doesn't show it. You can just use the cube map, the vanilla cube map, and just leave it like that. That'll be fine. That shouldn't make a difference. Yeah, that shouldn't make a difference. Okay, so we've got our eyes. Now in our eyes folder, we're going to want to go ahead and we're going to want to make a folder, name it Browse. We're going to open that up. Now, since I use the neat and trimmed browse from CBBE, I'm going to go back to my CBBE folder and I'm going to grab the brow textures from that. Now, if you have like True Browse installed, you can use those. But I use the ones from CBBE, so, and I like these, and it was Female Browse 10. So we want that right there. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to copy that and we're going to paste that in there. We don't need a normal map because we can just use the vanilla, leave the vanilla normal map and it's fine. Alright, so we got our body textures, we got our eye textures, and we got our hair. Okay, we're going to go back up to the top level and we're going to go to meshes. And for our armor, now this is always a really important part. If you want to use custom armors and you have permission from whatever author you're using, you can. I'm going to use a custom armor of that I made, the Golden Nordic Carved Armor. And I actually don't need permission from anybody to use this armor because it's one of my own mods. Now I'm going to go into where I have it stored, and I'm going to grab the boots, just the boots female, because you don't need the boots male, because well, you don't need the boots male, because you're not gonna, the way I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna make it so you can't take the armor and wear it yourself. So we're gonna want that, and we're gonna want the boots male GND and the cuirass, and the cuirass male, which is the same thing. We want the gloves and the gloves GND. That's the what do you call it? That is the world model. Yeah, I had to spit it out. Okay, so I got that. And armor, I think I'm going to go for, I'm going to give her the Nordic shield as well. So I'm going to copy those. And I'm going to paste those right into that folder right there. Now I'm going to go to weapons. And I'm going to use the same weapons. So I'm going to give her the sword and the bow. And I don't know. Depends on what you want your character. If you want your character to be a two-handed, you can grab a great sword. We're going to go with just the bow and the sword. So we're going to paste those into our folder just like that. And we're going to go to the top level. We're going to go to textures. And we're going to go to armor. And I'm going to need the textures from my SG armor, which is right here. And I am going to want that, and that, and that, and that, and that. The gloves, the shield. I'm going to want that, and I'm going to want the DG cube map. And I am going to want this. Oh, no. This. We'll come back to that. Yeah. This is just the armor textures. So we're going to copy those. And we're going to paste those in right there. And we'll go to the weapons. And I'm using the bow. So I'm going to want the bow. Oops. I'm going to want the bow textures. And I'm using the sword, so I'm going to want the sword textures. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy those. And I'm going to paste those in right there. Now, that's everything except a helmet. And in my golden Nordic armor, I use an armored circlet. And I don't want to use that for this follower. So we're going to go in here. I have over here, I have a circlet that was made for me. So I'm going to grab these three meshes here. And I'm going to paste those in right there. And I'm going to grab the textures. I'm going to copy those. And I'm going to go to textures. And I'm going to go to armor. And I'm going to paste those in right there. Just like that. And that is good. That is all my armor. That is all my armor and weapons textures. All my body textures. My eyes. Right? My hair, got it. Go back and double check. Make sure you got it, all this stuff. And we got all our body textures, right? And our meshes, we got all of our armor texture, our armor meshes, check. All of our body textures, or body meshes, check. We got our eyes, we got our brows, we got our hair, and we got our weapons. Right, okay. So that part, we have all of our assets gathered. We have it all gathered just like that. Now, what we're going to want to do at this point, we're going to put our assets into the Skyrim data folder, and we'll be working on it from there. So we are going to go to the top level and copy the data folder. Copy that and open up your Skyrim Special Edition data folder. I have a link on the desktop, but if you need to find it, it's in Steam Library, wherever you have Steam Library installed, say on C Drive, G Drive, whatever. Steam Library, Steam Apps, Commons, Skyrim Special Edition data. I have, like I said, I have a shortcut to the data folder right on my desktop. And since I copied that whole data folder, I'm going to go up one level to the main Skyrim folder, and I'm going to paste this in here. And it'll ask me if I want to over merge these folders. Yes, I do. And what this is going to do in the meshes, right here's Thana with her armor and everything. And that is all I really need to do with that. So now I have it set up to where I can work out of the data folder. We're going to go ahead and close her folder on the desktop. Keep that there. That will be your folder when we actually pack up our mod. When we need to pack up our mod, we're going to use that folder. So we got this all in here. We got all our textures and everything's cool. That's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching, guys. And remember, if you find the information helpful, please consider looking down in the description and supporting the channel through one of the links down there. Alright, guys, until next time, remember to keep your sword sharp, don't be a milk drinker, and always watch the skies, traveler.